everyone, and welcome to another weekly reset of a working mom. So on this particular weekend, I really did not feel like doing anything at all. However, my husband was going out of town for his work, so I knew that I needed to prep some kind of food for the week. Otherwise, I know that if I don't have healthy options available to me, I'm gonna go for something that is not so healthy. So I decided to at least do some veggie prep as I was preparing dinner. And that food prep portion, along with cooking dinner, took me about an hour. Dinner was easy and it involved a lot of ingredients that I was prepping already. We had chicken quesadillas, and for that I use obviously chicken with some peppers and cheese. If you are new here, hi, my name is Marta and welcome to my channel, where we talk about finding your own version of life balance and fulfillment without feeling the mommy guilt. So if this type of content resonates with you, make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. And if you are coming back as a subscriber, welcome back. And the way I prep my veggies is different from week to week. For this particular week, I decided to cook majority of the veggies so they are ready to go, to just warm it up whenever I was ready to eat. And that is specifically because my husband was gone, so I wanted to make sure I do as much as I can on a weekend, so I have less things to handle during the week. So what you see over here is I have peppers going, I have broccoli cooking, and I also am boiling some water for pasta. Another thing I wanted to do was to get some chicken that was cooked in a chicken soup I made yesterday. So I pulled that off from the bones to use for some salad or just as a side for my lunches. And the last thing I wanted to do was to prepare the chicken for our quesadillas. Now normally I would use the chicken from the soup that you just saw. However, I had this raw piece of chicken that was already defrosted and needed to be used up, so that's why I am using that. And I just use my own spices. I will usually put some salt, garlic, chili powder, and cumin. And as much as I can, I am trying to wash the dishes as I go because I really hate cleaning the kitchen afterwards, so I try to do it as I go. And this is just the last prep of cheese that I'm using both for the quesadillas, and I'm also using that for the pasta dish. And the reason I am making the pasta dish is because my son has been asking me for it for a few days now. So he does not like quesadillas, so he was eating the pasta. So as you can see, it took me almost exactly an hour to prep all the food. So we have the cheese I just shredded, we have the sauteed peppers, that's the chicken, and that is the container of cauliflower. And what I still have on the stove is the cooked broccoli. I have the leftover pasta that I'm gonna put in the freezer. The other one is in the oven, and the chicken with peppers that is ready for the quesadillas. And the other thing I wanted to tackle was my office, and we went to the library on that particular day, so I wanted to put all the books away and just clean up the office space, mainly just the desk with all the paperwork that was there. Now I do try to keep my desk tidy and clutter free because that's when I am most productive, but it just seems that once the weekend starts, that's when paperwork just somehow piles up on my desk. So I am working on trying to figure out a better system for me not to create that pile of papers every weekend. So if you guys have any suggestions, make sure you leave me a comment down below. And that is all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you are not yet subscribed, make sure that you do that down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.